Alright guys, Papa Pepper here down in the homestead once again, and did this experiment a while ago, which is pretty much a rabbit manure solar oven. And the reason I did that is that our rabbits are often exposed to a lot of just grass and plantain, dandelion, just different pasture that's growing. So we give them a lot of that, and we're actually kind of getting their diet, where it's actually about 50 to 75% just pasture right now. I'll shoot a little thing. Sometimes we'll put them out in little areas like this, where you can see now there's some of the females who grew up together, and they're just hanging out, enjoying some time outdoors, nibbling on the grass. So one of the reasons we do that is if you're able to have an animal that provides for more of its own needs, it's going to be a more cost-effective animal to have. So if they have the option to supplement at least some of their diet with things like that, it's going to be cheaper to raise them. I do know there's a lady up in Wisconsin who says 100% pasture-raised rabbits. They don't really let them have anything else, and if you just try to take a regular rabbit that's being fed pellets and you switch them over to just straight grass and different things, alfalfa, comfrey, other stuff, what they're going to have is they're going to have an issue. So we've been doing that slowly, but while we have them up in the cages, we collect the manure. So a lot of what's falling through is scraps and seeds from things like Bermuda grass and stuff like that we do not want to introduce to the land we're starting to garden. Right here I'm standing on some stuff that we have pretty heavily mulched right now. We've used some hogs and goats for a bit to clear out everything to make it bare earth. Then once all the plants we don't want there are removed by those animals, we're able to cover it with mulch to suppress new growth, to start building up the soil, keep it covered, keep it moistured, that type of stuff. So since I'm collecting this manure that has a lot of things like Bermuda grass seed in it, some of it partially digested, some of it not at all, what you need for seeds is, of course, to have a cool, dark, and dry environment. So we put them in 5-gallon buckets, we fill it with water, and we wrap it in a plastic bag, stick it out in the sun, so that it's in a hot, wet, sunny environment with the intent of killing the seed. So before we're going to apply that directly to our soil, that kind of manure, compost, tea, kind of mixture of everything, what I've done is I've taken some of our plants that we're going to be housing in buckets over the winter, and I've dumped some on top of here. So what we do is we'll take some of that manure, and usually it's mixed with water already, but cut it a little bit with some water and dump it on top of here. So then what we have is kind of a time-released nutrient source for the plants that are growing. These are just mulberries, and we'll be as we phase out this forest, we'll be putting them in, but we figure we can start them now. We get them cheap enough, house them in a bucket if we need to for a year, maybe two, and then be able to put them directly in the soil, have a bigger plant to start with, and then go from there. So as you see this mixture here, you don't really see the rabbit manure anymore. What you do see is some of the grass, and more so in some buckets than others. But so far we don't have any new growth. It's been about 2 weeks or so since I put this in here. So far I don't see any grass sprouting up, but what I want to do is introduce it to a system here where it's on the top of the soil. We can see it easy, monitor it. If it does start to grow, we're going to know that our kind of a rabbit manure solar oven idea to kill the Bermuda grass seed did not work. If after a while we see nothing here, then I'm going to say, hey, it looks like we killed the seed. We've got the nitrogen from the grass potentially. We've got everything that the rabbit manure provides, and we're going to be able to apply it directly to our new garden soil, which is what we're working on down below us here. So far so good. Looks like the experiment is working. If it doesn't, I'll let you know before you guys try something like it. Pop out.